Welcome back to Eastlink Magazine, and I'm super excited for my next guest here, Shalee Cromwell, an author here right in the Dartmouth area. Shalee, we're going to talk about your brand new book, but first I'd like to kind of briefly describe how the inspiration for it came to be.
Okay, absolutely. So in 2009, on April 15th, my birthday, I went to sleep. And I dreamt probably the first chapter to 2 chapters. I woke up that morning and I was like, oh my God, that was crazy. So I told my professor at Neptune Theater about the dream. And then that night I came back, went to sleep. I went back into the dream where I had left off. And I did that for 2 months. So every morning I'd wake up and I would write about my dream.
And so now you've kind of curated that, and now it's your first novel.
Exactly.
It's called NEWBIA. And kind of give a little synopsis on what these dreams that you had and what this book's about.
Okay. So Nubians are from Nubia, and they are the first people to ever exist. They have seeds, which is us here on Earth. They come for us every 26 years to impregnate us because they cannot have children in their realm, in their world of Nubia. So they impregnate us here, and they take us back to Nubia to live. So that's basically the gist of it. It is science fiction because it's not real, but it's fantasy and a romance. It's based on a romance story.
I love that, your ability to kind of encapsulate romance, but in a sci-fi way, and it's literally your dreams. And so with that, you've kind of alluded to the Lubrians don't really have, they're not distinct. They're not a true stated creature or person. It's kind of from your own perspective. So it can change, like you said, for each person reading the book.
So when you read the book, you're going to see a Nubian as what you want to see the Nubian as.
Right.
You're going to see a Lubrian, which is in the book, aliens. You're going to see them different from how I see them.
And from going from the first copy, which you have with us here, that kind of the first step before this beautiful cover was the original.
Right.
So let's take a look here. And so when you look at this in comparison to this, like, what are some of your emotions? Can you believe it went from step 1 to phase 2, essentially?
Well, when I first wrote this and I made this, I really didn't think that it was anything. I really just thought it was just a dream that I was writing. But then years went on. And my husband, actually, he was very encouraging in telling me, like, publish it, do something with it. And then finally I did, and this is the end result, and it's amazing. I'm doing wonderful with it. I'm actually worldwide, as far as Norway, which is really good.
Big Norwegian following, which is incredible.
I was bestseller in December at the chapters in Dartmouth. I'm just excited.
And when we kind of talk about the design of it, you're totally in control of what we're seeing. So talk about the layout you chose, the fonts, and the way you kind of broke down your chapters, per se.
Okay. So it takes place in Nubia, obviously, and Nubia is a realm, so it has planets, and this is why initially I went with the planets in the background. How you see this is how I see Nubia. So this is Nubia. The lettering, I love papayas. That's the lettering, and that's what I chose to go with. And as for the chapters, there is no, what would you call it, numbered chapters.
Right, it's not a numerical order.
No,
yeah.
It's actual, I don't know what you want to call it, but
it kind of gives you a brief, quick word, quick phrase to kind of tell you what the chapter is going to be about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so, for yourself personally, talk a little bit about your writing process. Like, when you would wake up from these dreams, was it just pen to paper, straight to the keyboard?
Okay, so actually how it happened was I'd wake up from it, and normally my husband would be getting ready to go to work. So I would briefly tell him what's going on, and then I'm like, I gotta write. So I'd make a coffee, I'd go to my desk, and I'd write exactly everything that I remembered. And then I would get up from it, and I'd be like, okay, well, there's another chapter down. And then eventually it just became this book, this amazing book.
So
It's amazing. So not only are you reading a book, you're reading my dream. This is my dream. So when you read this book, you're going to be going into my world. You're going to see Nubia as what I see Nubia in my dream.
And like you said, this story's not even close to being over, right? So you're still in the works of giving us a little more.
I am. I'm actually right now writing Nubia Part 2. I don't want to give a release date on that because I'm not sure when, but I am going to be doing a book signing shortly, hopefully in April of this year. But I'll let you know when that exact date comes.
Awesome, Sheely. Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us. And like you said, there'll be an upcoming book signing, so hopefully we'll come out and cover a little bit more of that. But for those who are interested in purchasing a copy, where can they go and do that?
Online, any store, or online on your computer. Chapters, Amazon, like I said, I'm worldwide. So any bookstore can order my book.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. We can't wait to dive in.
Thank you very much.
Stay with us right here on Eastlink Magazine. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Catherine Sharp, the branch